release an Ultra style phone, because the Ultra and this are, I think, identical in price. Maybe like $50 off or something. I don't know. They're both around $1,300, and you're getting with the Ultra just this like ultra premium phone, space zoom, which is like 100 times zoom, which you're just staring at stars, right, with your phone, because it's really practical.
Yeah.
You can literally, it's like
Your phone is a telescope.
It's a telescope. And then you have this phone, which it's like, yeah, it can flip. It's got this wicked tall aspect ratio, but it's got 2019 specs. How much do you think it's worth paying extra money just for the flip component?
No, I think you're definitely onto something. Because if I'm sitting here as a rational consumer, which no one is, but if I'm sitting here as a rational consumer, then I should be looking at these two different phones for $1,300. One of them is going to be literally the most powerful phone on the market.
Yep.
Get me everything I could ever want and more. And then the other is a really interesting concept. It's out there, it's interesting.
Easier to break, too.
But it's easier to break, and the utility that you're going to get from it is much less guaranteed because it's such a new idea. I think you're definitely onto something. This should have been this year and wait a year on the Ultra. Or perhaps the other way.
Or they could have dropped the price, but I don't think they could have. I think the input prices or input costs
and the engineering,
for
like
so
that hinge
much
and everything.
Yeah, that hinge must cost so much money to not only design but actually manufacture.
That was another thing, though. What was the number that they said? Like 200,000 times.
200,000 flips.
That felt pretty low.
Yeah, that was a little underwhelming. I'm not gonna, like you hear like 200,000, but it's like, wait. Well, then you have to like take into account how many times am I looking at my phone per day, and I'm guessing every time you look at your phone per day, you're going to be opening your phone.
Don't they say people glance at their phone at least 100 times a day?
I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look that up right now because that's a very interesting stat.
What are you looking up? How many times you can open it?
I'm going to look at how many times people look at their phone. At their phone. On average, every 12 minutes.
So
80 times a day, roughly, according to new research.
80 times a day, and
so if it's
doing a quick calculus.
So it's 200,000 divided by 80 times per day. Okay, this Google's not great for math, but okay, no, I didn't mean to activate. Sorry, Google. That was an accident. 2,500?
Yeah, divided by 365 days.
So 2,500 days.
Okay. That's almost 7 years.
Yeah.
So I guess that's
okay,
fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
But I don't know, if I was in charge of the marketing department at Samsung,
I would just leave that out. I wouldn't even say that.
Or maybe say the hinge is expected to work for 7 years.
Yeah, I think that sounds better.
Or even they could say that they did some research and people only use their phone 60 times a day, and then say 10 years.
Yeah. But what about the person out there who's just like
I could totally see there being somebody like that. And like I can
fidgeting. This could be a fidgeting phone.
It's like AirPods for anybody who has AirPods.
Yeah.
I constantly open and close mine like all day long.
I don't think they took into account the fidgeting factor of human beings. Remember, human beings are not rational beings.
Unless it's not something that's comfortable to fidget with. I could imagine it being like just too large that it's not really fidgetable, if that's a word.
Yeah.
I don't know. They probably could have marketed that better, though.
Right.
But it does sound like it's fair and it'll last.